Uh, we're recording right now. Say hi to here. Hold on. Say hi to your aunt.
Great. Hi, guys. Hi. Hey, Lisa. What's up, girl?
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Uh, wait. My video is gonna be banned from YouTube.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You're free on YouTube.
Yes.
You don't know what he means. It's fine, Mr. Ryer.
Okay. So hold on. Yeah, but okay. Here we go. This is an ode to Quintus's friend Pompey, with whom he served in with Brutus in the civil wars. Quintus came home after Brutus's defeat. Pompey continues to fight in Sicily under Sextus Pompey, probably no relationship to this Pompey. So here we go. Oh, Pompey. That's evocative. And another vocative. Having been led so often with me. Oh, Pompey, having been led so often with me. And then we get this prepositional phrase. Almost, we can add the word almost to the last moment of life. So, oh, Pompey, having been led so often with me, almost to the last moment of life. In other words, in warfare. Okay, so far so good.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Sure. Oh, Pompey. And we're still vocative. Oh, Pompey, having been led so often with me. And we can add almost for it to make sense to us. Almost to the last moment of life. In other words, in war. This is his comrade from the civil wars. Oh, Pompey, having been led with me so often, almost to the last moment of life. And then we get an ablative absolute with Brutus as leader, with Brutus as general. Okay, so we don't have a sentence yet, we just have an address. Oh, Pompey. Right? That's all we have so far. So our sentence is coming. Here it is. Who has given you back? Who has returned you? That's our main sentence. That's like a Latin one or two sentence. Who has returned you? And the word order isn't so bad either. Now we're going to add something. Who has returned you as a citizen? In other words, no longer a soldier. Who has returned you as a citizen? And what case do you return somebody to? Dative.
My bad.
And this is actually quite lovely. To the father gods, to the gods of the fatherland, and to the Italian sky. Who has given you back as a citizen to the gods of the fatherland and the Italian sky? That's actually quite lovely. Who has returned you to the Italian sky? That's really a lovely phrase. So then we get more vocative. To the gods of the fatherland and to the Italian sky. Let's say Italian sky. And then we get another vocative to finish off the phrase. Oh, Pompey. Oh, first. That's a vocative from primus. Primus is first. Prime, oh, first. Oh, Pompey. Oh, first. And then we get a couple of genitives. Of my comrades. Oh, Pompey, oh, first of my comrades. So that's the whole first sentence. So we start off with a vocative, then we get a pretty simple sentence. Who has returned you? To a couple of datives. Oh, Pompey, oh, first of my comrades. Yeah, because remember, the sentence is who has returned you. The simple sentence, who has returned you, is just stuck in the middle of a bunch of other stuff. Okay. With whom? Often I broke the lingering day. In other words, the day that is unwilling to die. He's waiting for night because it's unseemly to drink at night. So he's waiting for the day to end. But he and Pompey break the lingering day. And what do they break it with? Mero, undiluted wine. In other words, they start their drinking feast early, before it's actually nightfall. That's also a lovely turn of phrase. With whom I've often broke the lingering day. With whom I've often broke the lingering day.
So are they not supposed to drink in the day or at night?
They're not supposed to drink in the day, so they're waiting for it, but they're impatient and they just start drinking anyway. They broke the day by drinking wine.
It's always nighttime.
Okay. Kapilos nientes is accusative, and then we get an ablative here, with Syrian oil. Having crowned, I think that's supposed to be a comma after fregi. Hold on, let me fix that. So with whom?
Having crowned my shining hair with unbending.
Yeah, exactly right. Having crowned with whom? So back to our sentence here. We had an unexpressed nominative I, with whom I broke, and then we get this weird participle, having crowned my shining hair with Syrian oil. That's the. Sure, of course.
Oh.
We won't say in the video who that is with the bleeding ear.
It's Kevin G. It's Kevin G.
Kevin!
No. Back to the video. So with whom I often broke the lingering day, having crowned my shining hair with Syrian perfume or Syrian oil. Those are ablative of means instrument with Syrian perfume. That's in antiquity. That's the equivalent of having showered and dressed up, because remember they use olive oil, in this case fancy Syrian olive oil, to bathe with. So having shining hair means you just took a shower. It's like our equivalent of being showered and dressed up. Yes. Yeah. Right. It's a strange, we'll talk about this another time. It's a strange participle, having crowned my hair, right? With whom I broke the lingering day after I crowned my hair with Syrian perfume. Okay? Yeah. Hold on. With you, I sensed or I felt Philippi, the Battle of Philippi. With you, I sensed or felt Philippi, and quick flight, the quick flight from battle. And then we get an ablative absolute, with my little shield tossed aside. My little shield having been tossed aside. I don't know how to translate non bene, not nicely, cowardly, dishonorably, yeah. With my little shield having been tossed aside, dishonorably. Go ahead, a question? With you I sensed or I felt Philippi, in other words, the Battle of Philippi, and quick flight, the flight from battle. And then we get an ablative absolute, with my little shield having been tossed aside, dishonorably. Okay, next sentence. When virtus was broken, when courage was broken, when manliness was broken. And those guys threatening, the threatening people, the people threatening, touched the ground disgracefully with their chin. And those people who had been threatening touched the ground disgracefully with their chin. In other words, they're bowing they're kissing the ground in front of the victors.
And
Those people who had been threatening, meaning he and Pompey and those who lost at the Battle of Philippi, touched the ground with their chin. Okay, but after the Battle of Philippi, what happened? But quick Mercury, swift Mercury, carried me. And it's not just me, but it's me quaking. Carried me while I was quaking. The image is like Paris being carried as a coward, being carried off the battlefield. But quick Mercury carried me quaking through the enemy, like Paris in the Iliad, through a dense fog, or in a dense fog, rather. So we have accusative prepositional phrase, through the enemy, ablative prepositional phrase, in a dense fog. Right, the image is from the Iliad. But quick Mercury carried me shaking through the enemy in a dense fog. Do you see it? Okay. And so on the one hand, that's what happened. Quintus is saying that's what happened to him. Mercury carried me in a dense fog, quaking. In other words, as a coward. He left the battle. He's like Paris from the Iliad. Pompey, on the other hand, a wave sucking you back into war carried you through the stormy seas, or on the stormy seas. Let me say it again. Hold on a second. But a wave, and then we can do the prepositional phrase right away, sucking you back into war, carried you over stormy seas. In other words, he's being sucked back into war. Quintus is being taken, like Paris, as a coward out of the battlefield. Pompey is being sucked back into war over stormy seas. It's a really powerful poetry. Do you see the language, though? Everybody see it? Okay. Therefore, okay, now remember, who has returned you as a citizen? So the war is over. He's back as a citizen. Both of them are now citizens. So we're back in civilian life. So he asks, Quintus asks, therefore, or demands rather, render to Jupiter. Render to Jupiter. That's dative. Jupiter Jovis Jovi. Do you see it? Render to Jovi, to Jupiter. Jupiter Jovis Jovi. Jovem Jove. Render to Jupiter the feast due to him, his required feast. Render to Jupiter the feast that's due to him. And, there's the and, you see it? And place, it's another command, so you have two commands. If this were in normal word order, it would be pretty simple. Render the feast to Jupiter, and place your side. And it's not just side, but it's your side worn out by a long military campaign. Do you see it? Place your side worn out, oh, I should have said place your side, worn out by a long military campaign under my laurel. And the laurel is the symbol of Apollo, and hence the symbol of poets. So it has something to do with Quintus's writing poetry. Place your side, worn out by a long military campaign, under my laurel. The laurel is the symbol of Apollo, and hence the symbol of poets. Okay, almost there. Last sentence. Another command. Nor should you spare. Don't spare. those jars marked out for you. In other words, those glasses of wine. Don't spare the glasses of wine marked out for you. The wine jars marked out for you. Don't spare. You spare a dative case. That's why we have datives here. Don't spare those datives, those wine jars designated for you. The wine jars with your name on them. And then we get a really kind of lovely phrase, with my friend having been gotten back, with my friend having been returned, it is sweet for me to run mad. Having gotten my friend back, it is sweet for me. Dulce est. It is sweet. Dulce est mii. It is sweet for me, furere, to run mad.
Wait, what?
With my friend having been gotten back, having returned, it is sweet for me to run mad. Okay, I think it's a lovely poem. Yes.